Good morning, Alan, and thank you so much for being with us here at Glee TV.
Good morning, Lee. Pleasure to be here.
And garden centers sales are up, and we have now over 1 million new customers. What advice would you give to keep the growth sustainable?
Well, the first thing I'd say is well done to the garden centre industry, because that's unusual. Most other retailers are not claiming such fortunate statistics. But the great thing that drives repeat customer, is customer experience. Many retailers fall into this trap of thinking that it's about low price and doing deals and having sales and promotions. Now, while they have a role to play, but as the main driver of repeat customers is customer experience. So all of these new customers that have come into the industry, if they get a fantastic experience, whatever that means, and I'm speaking having spoken at the Glee event recently, I did describe some examples of what that involves. But it is all about customer experience being the new battleground. That's the secret.
Where do you believe the retail opportunities are in the future?
Well, I'm going to extend on my first point, because online is a real threat. There's no doubt about that. And the percentage of overall retail sales in online is growing and growing. And the claim, of course, it accelerated during COVID. And the claim is that in 2025, online will represent about 25%. Now, that's a threat. However, there's still 75% that can be done through bricks and mortar retailing, garden centres as a part of that. And to me, the biggest threat there is online. However, it's also the competition. That if you are not given that fantastic experience that is driven through great product mix, great destination, making your store in the garden centre world, there's so many opportunities to make it a destination, and of course then your people. If those three don't come together and offer a tremendous experience, that's going to have a negative impact. So therefore, to put that into positive, to me the real opportunity here is in getting the right blend of those three and really working them day in, day out.
Some retailers might find difficult to translate the experience people have in a brick and mortar store into the online. How can they make that experience, the online experience, a bit more appealing to the customer?
Well, I think they have to accept it's going to be different. The human interaction, the way we can make eye contact with each other and smile, and the way in bricks and mortar we can entertain and even romance customers, that's harder online. But of course, online, and there's so many studies around this, but of course navigation online is critically important. But also photography. Photography has a huge role to play. So I would say, look, there's so many attributes about getting online right, but in the short answer to the question, I would say navigation is critical, and the look and feel, the styling in the site. But then of course, interactivity can be introduced to online as well, with bots, with chatbots, and indeed other ways of interrupting to engage with the customer.
During the pandemic, we saw some retailers using live video to sell because shops were closed. Do you think this could be applicable to garden centres as well?
I do, of course I do. In fact, I'm a friend of mine, a lady who owned a fashion boutique, and she was desperately upset when COVID happened. She was a very small operator, but she turned completely to Facebook, and I'm seeing her now on Facebook every day and talking through her fashions. And of course, that can work and there's so much hands-on work to be done in the garden centre, to have short videos done by garden centres that are explaining about caring for a plant, or how to plant in the springtime, or whatever it might be. Of course, that live experience online with video is a great opportunity.
How important is sustainability for garden centre retailers?
Wow, that's a big one. I work with companies around the world, even in the oil and gas industry, and when I'm working with them on strategy, to help them build a strategy, I'm asking a question that I didn't always ask before, and that's around sustainability. What are you doing? Because everybody now is concerned about sustainability. Fenwick is a fantastic British-owned department store chain here in the UK, and they've got 9 stores around the country plus online. Working with them on their strategy recently, they've really landed on sustainability as a key issue, because customers expect it, but also employees now want to feel attached to a brand that is taking the environment seriously. So putting sustainability on the agenda, both as a strategy, but for customers and employees, is of paramount importance.
Thank you so much, Alan, for being with us at Glee TV.
My pleasure.
And thank you for watching.